And a one. And what's happening, YouTube? You're back in the building with the Life Gain Avengers of Current Culture. What do we do on this channel? We do everything. TV show reviews, movie reviews, and look who done came through to show the channel some love is Moochella, who hang with the fellas. How you doing tonight, Moochie?
What's up? Moochella from Queens, NYC. What's up?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Y'all know that she got to get all her NYC love in the building. She sent me a message the other day talking about LL Cool J getting inducted. What was he in? He got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Yes. I love LL.
Yeah,
and he's like one of my favorite rappers. I like him, Jadakiss, Nas.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my three faves.
Everybody from New York. She's got Queensbridge ×2 on her top list. I forgot where Jadakiss is from, but I know Nas.
He's from Yonkers.
Yonkers. Okay, that's right. So yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, in the building with me is Moochie, Tressa C giving you some love, Mo giving you some love.
Hey, Tressa.
And we are talking about The Godfather of Harlem, episode number 5. And man, y'all, this show just keeps getting better and better each and every week. Every week we get up here and say that the last episode could have been a finale. Well, damn, this episode really could have been a finale too. It was a great episode. And Moochie, why do you think not enough people are following this show or watching it? You think it's because it's on FX?
I think that's what it is. If this was on Stars and it came on, let's say hypothetically speaking, if it was on Stars and it came on in the slot where Power is, which it does, it would pick up its clientele.
If they can keep the story going the way, because this story is well done. This is just a great story. If they can keep this story going into like 3-4 more seasons, I think everybody's going to know about it, and then we'll be ranking up there in the top on YouTube. But before we get going, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a program announcement. Larry is going to be late, but he's coming. Me and Mooch are going to come up here tomorrow night to just talk about the new Star show, Run the World. I'm not going to be reviewing it for the whole season, but we're going to do this because we want y'all to check out Moochella, who's going to be reviewing it. And after we just kind of talk about it, she's got a review for the first episode that you guys can go check out. Tressa C is saying, Lamont, did you hear about the flooding in Louisiana? No, but I hope you are safe. And I think that the fact that you're watching us, you are safe. The only thing I care about Louisiana is you, Tressa. That's it. You, your family, and that's it. Until further notice, because I've got a little bone to pick with Louisiana, but I do care about you, my friend. So you stay safe and you hold your family. Give them a hug for me. Stephen Haskins is in the building. Ralph Ortiz is in the building. Gina Brown in the building. And my man Ronald Cameron is in the building. Tia Bryant is in the building with us, Moochella.
What's up?
You guys do us a favor. Everybody in there, give us a like. And be sure to share this video with one person because we need more people to know just how good Godfather of Harlem is. And without further ado, Moochella, let's go ahead and dive on into it. And the way we're going to break it down, we're going to do it again like we did last week. We're going to go character by character. Only difference this time, Moochella, Bumpy's storyline is not going to be last. My man Adam Clayton Powell storyline is going to be last. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we got another issue with somebody wanting to dip in the chocolate. Moochella, when I say dip in the chocolate, what am I talking about?
You are talking about the Senator McHale. Senator McHale. He was trying to get into it.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've got another white guy wanting to dip his toe into the brown chocolate
factory.
Oh my God, he was damn R. Kelly. Chocolate Factory left him. He ain't just want one scoop of chocolate. He had to have 5 scoops of chocolate. And we're going to break that story down because it's crazy. We've got some super chats in here. William Lawrence, I appreciate you, man. You know what we do with that $4.99. We reinvest that to reinvest in other great YouTubers. And my man Mike Willie coming through with a big time super chat. And how can I be remiss if I ain't show some love to my boy Tim Windsor, who has been with me since I was 325. Before I got muscles, Tim Windsor been rocking with me all the way back to the Cody days. So let's get this thing started out. So, Moochella, let's give them a little video so they can see the essence of what went down.
All right, let's get into it.
Here we go.
These guys who ordinarily hate each other to work together. I can do as president, but I will protect you.
What would you need me to do?
You think that I'm crazy to be working with these Italians?
They act like they're better than us. But maybe we losing our dignity.
We got a problem. You got a problem. Dignity has its price.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all gonna be watching The Chi next week too, but please watch Godfather of Harlem. This is pure joy. Now, first character I want us to talk about Moochella, because you be having that notebook. You be on fire. Let's discuss Bumpy's daughter. And she went and met with Malcolm. And this storyline is leading up to exactly what we had discussed. The fact that she wants her daughter to know that you are my daughter, I'm not your sister. And her storyline started out with her talking with her daughter. Her daughter was just talking about loving her mom. And then she's like, you love Bumpy too. And she was like, yeah, but I love you too as much as I love my mama. Then she goes, meets with Malcolm. She's talking to Malcolm. Malcolm knows the whole thing. Malcolm knows all the secrets. And Malcolm is telling her that you should go ahead and drop the truth, my sister. It'll set you free. Just go ahead and drop it. And I thought she was going to do it with Mamie yesterday, but she didn't. Moochella, talk about that storyline, and how do you think Mamie is going to react when she finally tells the truth? How do you think the daughter is going to react when she finds out the truth?
Right now, Mamie's not going to be able to handle it if she tells the truth.
You don't think Mamie's going to be able to handle it?
She doesn't. That's her biggest fear, because she's going to be exposed as the liar, because she started the whole lie. Even though she had her from when she was a baby, because she did have her from when she was a baby. That lie, that's a lie from when she basically from birth.
Yeah, they've been like, oh, we got another super chat. D Weave, I appreciate you, my friend. Very grateful for you guys super chatting me, and I'll tell you why. I'm grateful because you allow me to get my subscribers like Moochie, Mike Willie, and the others that want to come join us up here. But when we do things unlike other channels, I'll tend to lose subscribers because I do a lot of things on this channel. Like I was telling Tressa last week, I did politics, lost 10 subscribers. Swoop, just like that, like they was Houdini. So I am extremely grateful when you guys super chat. And Tim Windsor just hit me on the cash out. I appreciate you, my brother. But Moochie, continue what you were saying. So you think that Mamie's not going to be able to handle it. But I think the more important question, how is the daughter going to be able to handle it?
Margaret might be mad at both of them for lying.
Ooh. You think she's going to be mad at both of them?
She could get mad at both of them. And I think that was the reason why she didn't say it like she wanted to at the when she came to the house, because she was going to tell her then. I think once she saw how happy Margaret looks and the atmosphere with family, she said to herself, basically, let me hold off on this. I enjoy this moment. I'm happy to be here.
Right. Now, in all honesty, Moochie, I think that it's always best to tell a child the honest truth as early as you possibly can, as early as the child's mind can accept it. Because the longer you go, the more resentment that child is going to have, thinking about all the years you didn't tell them the truth. And so did you notice how Bumpy's daughter was just kind of eating around the cookie when she said, do you love me as much as you love your mom? And she said that they was a tie.
And that's when she was like, well, if we a tie, then what would she do if she knows that I'm really her mother? That would get anybody going.
Right. So with them being so deep in this lie, and I'm reading some of the comments, Mrs. Brown said, I think she's going to feel betrayed by both of them. We agree. I agree. I think the daughter would have resentment. Yeah, she's going to be resentful. They need to tell her before season 3. I agree with Swipe Lee. Damn, Swipe Lee in the building. I think they need to tell her. And I think that the person who could be the real peacemaker in this whole thing is going to be Bumpy. It's going to be Bumpy. He's going to have to be the peacemaker, sit her down, because obviously Malcolm believes in Bumpy's resolve, and he believes in Mamie enough that he's telling the daughter to go ahead and come clean about it. He's telling.
I think she got Malcolm on board when she talked about converting the daughter.
Yeah.
When he mentioned that, he was like, "Oh, so you want her to be a Muslim?"
But you know what?
That's basically got him on board with, well, she needs to know the truth then.
Mamie ain't going for that. Oh no. Now, if Mamie nor Bumpy is going for that, now she's gonna have a fight on her hands if she thinks that she's gonna be able to walk in there and get her into Islam. Neither one of them is gonna go for that. And so I think we're seeing a story that could tear a family apart, because she believes in that faith because it cleaned her up. She was a prostitute, she was a junkie, and she found the faith, she found Malcolm X, and now she's clean, she's smooth sailing, and she's trying to get her life back together. She wants her daughter to be a part of that. So I'm interested to see where they go. And if you had to make a bold prediction, Moochella, where do you think they're going to go? Are they going to reveal the truth this season or next season?
I believe they left some Easter eggs last season when they spoke about the how she didn't have legal custody of her, how Mamie didn't have legal custody of Margaret. So I believe they could, if they want a storyline with this, they could turn this into a custody battle.
Which is not even going to be a custody battle. What's up, Ghost Blue? It's not even going to be a custody, because we know who's going to get the child. It's going to tear a family apart. So everybody continue to post your comments down there. Great comments, great stuff you guys are telling us. How would you feel if you were stuck in this situation? Would you go ahead and tell the daughter now? Would you wait till the daughter's a teenager? How would you handle this situation if you was the mother wanting to rekindle the flame with your daughter who thinks you are her sister? All right, Mooch, next storyline we're going to hit. Oh, boy, Lord have mercy. Now, you know I like this character. That's Stella. We got to talk about Stella and how she is playing Ernie like a South American vuvuzela. And for y'all that ain't never heard of vuvuzela, that's that thing that they play down when you having a soccer game. She is playing the hell out of Ernie. I'm talking about this sister right here. And I do love me some Stella. Now, Mooch, this whole story arises because we're going to talk about the main line in a minute, but Chin is getting upset because he really don't know what the hell happened to his boy. He thinks that one of the other mob bosses took him out. Ernie knows the truth. And Ernie knows
Bonanno took him out.
He thinks Bonanno took out his boy. Ernie knows the truth. And Ernie's trying to throw, he's trying to throw Chin all kinds of barriers and distractions. And so he goes and talks to Stella about the situation. And Stella said, we need to find us a dummy, a gilly, a tomato, a banana in the tailpipe, whatever you want to call them. So they reach out to Ernie's cousin. And Stella straight clowned Ernie. Do you feel me? Stella told him and got in this. Did you feel the intensity in that?
I was going to say, did you see the sexual tension with it?
Stella knows what she's doing. Stella playing him like a country fiddle. She got in his face. She was breathing Corona all up on his nose and told him, "You will not kill because you was and so many words, you a bitch," is what she basically told Ernie. So Ernie goes, gets the cousin, bring him to the Gechee. They having fun and dancing. And you know what? Ernie realizes the cousin has grown up to be a fine young man. The cousin, he's down for these different groups helping each other out. And I was like, damn, you can't kill him, Ernie. And Ernie didn't want to kill him. But in the end, because he's trying to get them panty draws from Stella, he kills him. Moochie, break down that storyline. What you got for us?
Power of the P.
Power of the panty draws, man. That's what runs the world. It runs the
Hour
world.
of the P.
Yeah, man. Look at that look on Ernie's face, boy. It looked like the panty draws done put him to sleep already.
I said it was sexual tension between them.
It was definitely some. I think it was more with him than her.
Nah, I think she plays with him like that, but she plays with him because she knows how far she knows that he still wants her.
And I wish they wouldn't have killed the cousin so quick because the cousin was kind of integrated. The cousin really was about, blacks dealing with whites. As long as you making that money, I'm good to go.
He just got killed because he was down with Banano. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Look, I gotta take somebody out, and you the easiest one I could get to. Even though that was his cousin, that's the crazy part to me.
Yeah, because it shouldn't be crazy. You just said panty draws rule the world, and that's what ruled the world. She played him. She went just Tony Soprano on poor little Ernie. Poor little Ernie ain't know what was about to hit him, and then in walks Stella with that groove thing, and she put it on him. Now the question is, how do you think Chin is gonna feel when he finds out the truth? Because Mooch, we know he gonna find out the truth.
That is one of my questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mooch be having questions for y'all because she wants y'all to get involved. I got a question
for everybody in the chat.
Okay.
If a war starts between Gigante and Banano, will Chin need Bumpy? And go ahead. Well, that's the first question. And will the war between Banano and Gigante family will they war because of what Ernie did?
Oh yeah, they're gonna
war because of what Ernie did.
They're gonna go to war. Larry's on his way. He's gonna be a few minutes late. If a war breaks out, Chin is definitely gonna need. He is definitely gonna need Bumpy because we know all the other mob families don't care for him. They basically think he is about as good as a black person. They consider him just a dumbass driver. They think that he's scum. They think he's not smart, which he's all those things. The best decision he ever made was teaming up with Bumpy. But the problem I got with Bumpy is making this Negro smarter. Bumpy is upgrading him. Like Beyonce and Jay-Z came together and they talked about upgrading. Bumpy is upgrading Chin. And if a war breaks out, they're going to definitely need him. But here's some comments coming in. Morpheus Simmons, love that name. That's how mob hits get set up. It's always someone they know or close to, and it's your family or friend that does it. Yeah, that's what it seems to do because they always going to try to go after what's close to you. They'll warn you with your animals. You got a goldfish, they're going to dry his ass. You got a dog, they're going to hang him. Then after they warn you, they coming for the real family next. So it's going to be something, man. But we'll continue to follow the story with Ernie. If you had to pick between Ernie and Stella, and Chin had to take out some vengeance on one of the two, who's he going to do it to, Moochie?
He's not going to kill his daughter.
Nope.
He's going to take Ernie, and Ernie knows that. That's why as soon as she said, okay, well, I'll go tell my father.
Right.
What's the worst that could happen? I already did the worst. I was with a black guy.
I'm going to tell y'all something right now. The most dangerous person on this show right now is Stella.
She's more gangster than them.
Yeah, Stella's dangerous, man. Let me put her picture back up here because this is a dangerous woman right here. This chick, and she's standing right by the phone too. Her ass is dangerous. Do you hear me? Keep an eye on Stella because she ain't playing with nobody about this mess. And she know her daddy ain't gonna kill her. Her daddy probably will kill himself before he kill his sweet daughter. So we'll follow that one and we'll see where it goes. All right, Mooch, I'm going to take you into the main storyline involving Bumpy, Chin, and Clarence. Oh, my Lord, have mercy, Lord. Woo-wee. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
You mean in Chance?
Chance. So the episode starts out. Chin is bringing drugs, in essence, to New York through the World Fair that they've got going on. And he's hiding it in dummies, dolls, cheese boxes. He's hiding it everywhere. So they having a good time, and he's turning Bumpy on. They see all these things going on. Okay, everything looks good. I said last week to Mooch and the panel, I said that things are just going a little too smooth for me. Way too smooth. Way too smooth between these two. Something is going to happen. And you know what? The hell it did. So my man Chance, he's got him a little sweetie pie who I guess she's the madam for the Gechee. Yeah, she's the madam for the Gechee, right? And he comes up there to confess his love for her while a white dude is in there putting hands on one of these beautiful chocolate sisters, that sister right there, putting hands on a gator chicken eyeball. Chance has never been cool with this relationship brought together by Chin and Bumpy. So you know what Chance did? Chance said, I'm going to shoot your blank blank. And he shot him cold blood right there in front of the girls. And I mean, he wasn't playing. He just shot him just like, you know what?
Threatened to cut that girl face.
Yeah, he did. I mean, and he needed to be shot. But here's the problem. It's 1960s. You're a black guy. You involved in the drug game. And then you shooting a white dude. And you didn't even need all that background for it to be a problem anyway. You didn't need all that. Okay? So he done took out one of Chin's boys. And Chin is basically telling Bumpy, look, Bumpy, you got a problem. You have a major problem that you're going to have to fix. And Bumpy's like, well, you know, what am I supposed to do? So Bumpy tells him, look, I'm going to send Chance away and we're going to all drop this mess. Okay, so we think that that's the end of the story, right? Oh, no, not the end of the story. They go and scoop up this chick, the one on the right, throw her in a van, hold her hostage, and now, oh boy, it's
and
put
he
on.
doesn't even leave town like he was supposed to.
Good point.
All he had to do was leave town.
Mm-hmm. But why? But think about it, Mooch. Why did he not leave town?
Because he was in love with Renee.
He was in love with Renee, and boy, you know, usually them madams, boy, they know how to put it on you.
And she was like, I don't know why you couldn't just shoot him in the leg.
Right. Well,
she said, I could take care of myself.
Right.
You
and
know
this is when they snatched her up. And so they done snatched her up. They get Bumpy involved to come and try to save her. And Bumpy goes, and Bumpy's been a real G Moochella throughout the whole thing. Bumpy's been telling Chin every step of the way what's going on. And so they come to an agreement to have an exchange. An exchange where he's gonna give up Chance to get the sister back. Only difference is, Moochella, when it went down, none of that happened. Bumpy double-crossed Chin, shot Chin's men, gets the girl back. This relationship is sour, Mooch. Where are we gonna go with this relationship? Let me know.
He got dude in the cheek.
In the cheek. There he is, DC All-Star Larry.
How you guys doing?
We good, man. How about you, brother?
Hanging in there.
Okay. All right. So
Mooch, jump on the horse and catch up to us.
All right.
All right. Well, let me let Larry in. Larry, we're doing this, we're breaking it down by storyline of the character. So now we're on the Bumpy, Chance, Chin, the Madam. We're on that storyline. So break down your thoughts on that whole storyline on how Chance should have had left town. He didn't leave town. He's in love with the Madam. He was defending the rights of the black girl who was getting beat by the white guy, but that was one of Chin's men. And at the very end, Larry, you saw how Bumpy shot all of Chin's men, and now he's got his man back. He got the Madam back, but they've got big problems in their relationship. Larry, speak on it, my brother.
Yeah, Chance didn't love that woman.
What?
No, he didn't love that woman.
He didn't love her.
Just using that as an excuse to stay.
He has a large ego, and he used her as an excuse. I mean, he was up there trying to say he loved her. In reality, if he loved her, when he showed up to her house, he simply would have said, I need to leave town, come with me. And she could have left with him. You know?
I thought he did ask her to leave and go out of town with him. Didn't he?
He did.
No.
I thought he asked her.
He did.
No, he said he was going to stay.
Yeah, go to your notes because I could have sworn he
Nah,
asked her to go. And
he
she
asked her
said,
to leave town, and she said no.
yeah, she said no. She
Well,
said no.
And he said, I came to see you before I leave. And she said, I'm not. She said, you came over here for some pity.
I
Pity
thought
pussy.
I didn't hear him say that he
Yeah.
was asking her to leave.
I
But
don't
if he
think,
did,
I know he
Because
said he was coming there to see her before he left.
right.
and
But
then
he
the
did
other
ask
thing
her.
was when he's up there not leaving, and he's up there telling Bumpy, "Oh, when the Italians came after you, you didn't leave," and so it's like he's trying to be Billy Badass or something. It's just his ego, and his ego now turned around and got what 4 people killed because the woman that he supposedly loved got killed, and 3 Italians. And now we know that there's going to be far more people getting killed because now Chin has no option but to go after Bumpy and his people, which means Bumpy and his people are going to have to retaliate. It's just a bunch of ego. I mean, even the whole thing about trying to killing that dude over those girls, that was even ego, because just like the woman said, she said, I've had a gun pointed at me before. I know how to handle myself. I mean, this woman is a works in a whorehouse in what, the 1950s?
Hey man, don't call it that, man. Call it a house of pleasure. It's the Gechee, man. Dad, go on.
Okay,
man.
so she works in a house of ill repute, and
that still
in the
sounds
19
man, the house of pleasure.
Okay, she works in a hooker house.
And here we go.
Wow, you still going there.
We
in
done
1950s
from whores to hookers. God, so we got
I'm just saying, she works there. You know that she knows how to handle herself. She didn't get to be that, where she is today and not have her face cut up or anything else because she doesn't know how to handle herself. So I think Chance just going after that dude and blasting him was just all about ego,
I still think he loved this woman because he did try to get her to go. The issue I have with him is his love for that woman was just as high as his hate for the Gechees. Not the Gechees,
No,
excuse
he didn't
me.
love her.
For the
if he
Italians.
really loved her, he either would have picked her up and taken her, out of town, or he just simply would have been like, you know what, I'm leaving. Sorry.
Mooch got to turn something down, Mooch. I got you. There you go. Yeah, I disagree with Larry. He loved that woman, but he also had he was a hothead on top of that. He wasn't thinking clearly. And I think the fact that woman wasn't going to leave with him, you got to think everything. You got to think about this. Bumpy stuck his neck out there for you. And then he did it again. So on some level, you got to hold Bumpy accountable too, because
you know what though? I feel
that?
like when he came to the house and he should have stuck with his word when he said, I gave him an order and he didn't follow it. So now he's on his own.
I agree.
That's what he should have did.
He should have done that.
He should have stuck to his guns with that. And
what really should have happened is because in that moment, Bumpy and Chin trusted each other, and even as all that stuff was going on, they didn't shoot each other. They still trusted each other. Really, what they should have done was simply said, you know what? Chin should have said, I'm going to bring the girl, you bring the dude, and we're just going to do the exchange. Just me and you, none of our men. That's it. And that's the way it should have went down. You should, because otherwise you run the risk of having happen exactly what happened. You have his dudes end up opening fire and killing people, and now you have a big mess. Their business is in ruins after this. They're going to be at war. The other families are going to be upset, and Chin's going to have to save face by going after Bumpy. All this could have been solved if they simply would have said, just me and you, meet up. You bring the girl, I'll bring the guy. We do the swap, and we're done with it.
Now,
and here's he knew if they took Chance, they was going to kill him. And he didn't want him to die. That's like his right hand, yo.
Chance knew he. Well, now he sacrificed a whole lot for Chance's life. We knew what was going to happen because because Mamie told us, they always do foreshadowing. Mamie said, is your business with Chin Gigante worth more than Chance's life? So as soon as she said that, we knew that his business was going to blow up over this. So, you know.
And another thing, this whole episode was about dignity. Did you notice that? In each storyline, it showed dignity. As far as dignity, we didn't get to Adam Clayton Powell's story, but it was dignity involved with that. It was dignity involved with when Chance said, how much dignity are we going to have to lose just to work with these guys? They don't respect us. They talk about us underneath their breath and this and that. And he's like, how much dignity? You're making a lot of money, but is it worth our dignity?
I mean, but it's no different than Bumpy and them. Bumpy and them didn't respect the Italians. They talked about them behind their back every moment they had. Neither side had respect for each other as a individual person. They had respect for each other as a criminal. They had respect for each other because they knew each other was dangerous, but it wasn't like they were friends for the most part. I mean, honestly, I think Bumpy and Chin, under different circumstances, could have been great friends and real allies because both of them were sort of underdogs that made their way up to the top, but
it seems like Bumpy and Chin might have been going closer to a road of possible friendship because they both speak to their clans as bosses. Like Chin was telling his people, okay, Ernie, who would ever thought we could get these niggas working together? And the same thing Bumpy was telling Chance and all his guys. But the problem is the underlings, they're not thrilled about this relationship because they're not the ones controlling the narrative. They're not the ones controlling the money. They're not thrilled about having to deal with these people. So they're not meeting and coming up and strategizing, coming up with plans the way the two heads of the table are having to do. It's chaotic, man, because I don't know what the hell is going to happen next episode.
To another one of my questions.
Go ahead, Moochie.
My next question.
And that's her real hair, ladies and gentlemen. She didn't go rape a horse.
My next question, yeah, was blowed out. My next question is, what can we expect in the mid-season finale? Or should I save that for the end? We'll save that for the end.
Save that for the end.
I want to know, everybody get their theories together so we can look at them, because I want to know what we can expect with the mid-season finale.
That's right.
Did you guys already talk about Stella and Ernie?
You know we did, but you can add your 2 cents. Go ahead and add your 2 cents.
I'm still wondering why. I know that Ernie is resistant to telling Chin that he killed Benny, but I'm still wondering why they just didn't go right up front and say, tell Chin, look, we killed him. That Stella heard he was back in town. She was angry. She went up there to go talk to him, and dude tried to kill her. That dude told me that I had to kill her, and he tried to kill her, and so I had to shoot him in defense of your daughter. I don't understand why they didn't tell him that. They could have left the part out that she shot him in the leg and just been like, look, he tried to kill her, so I had to shoot him. It was that simple. And I don't think Chin was going to have any ill feelings towards Ernie for defending his daughter like that. And I mean, and it wasn't like he really liked that. I mean, he liked Benny, but it wasn't like, Benny was his ace. I mean, he was like, I hate the fact he's always doing that porn stuff. He found that he thought the dude was a pervert, a degenerate,
I believe that Ernie also lost his dignity in this episode with the act that he did by shooting his own cousin.
I mean, he choked him.
She played him.
Choked him.
Larry. I don't know who was in the back. Somebody did it though.
Larry, Stella played Ernie like a South African vuvuzela. I said it already. She played the hell out of him. And then she waved all her sexual tension in his face, basically told him he was a bitch and he wouldn't kill nobody. And
he put it up to get with her.
Oh my Lord. And the person he killed, Larry, was a decent dude. He was all for the integration of the blacks and the families doing business together and all this, that, and the third. And then Ernie winds up choking my man. Cotto, be more careful. Told him the police was coming, so he turned his head, then he pulled a string out on him. Wow.
You know what I don't understand is that Chan already had it in his mind that Benny got killed over some porn stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why Ernie just didn't go find one of the dudes that Benny deals with on the porns business and just kill that dude. Why kill your own family and risk a war with the other families? Why not just go grab one of the porn dudes and kill that guy?
He got the cousin because the cousin works with Bonanno. And Chen is thinking that Bonanno is the one that killed his boy.
Yeah, he was already ready to go at him, Chen. He was ready to get Bonanno.
Yeah, but if you go get a dude that's involved with the porn industry that's unaffiliated, he may work, dealing with the mob, but he may not be a made dude. That way, if you kill that guy, you don't risk the families coming back on you for it. It's just like, okay, this guy did it. Maybe Bonanno put the hit out. We don't know, but we at least got the dude that did it, at least as far as they care.
But that's what happens with young people. They don't think that far ahead.
I was going to say, Larry, you expect these young people to
They don't think that far ahead.
Ernie is...
If out of me or her, who's going to die? If Chin doesn't like the answer what comes out, who's going to die? Is Stella going to die or is Ernie going to die? It's going to be Ernie.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be Ernie.
Man.
Yeah. And right now, Ernie is just thinking with the little head. He's not thinking with the big head at all.
Right. And Solomon Jules says Benny was a made man and murder on a made man was sanctioned by the family or commission. I understand that. And that's the reason why I was saying that you go get somebody else. You go get somebody who's involved in the porn industry and make it seem as if that dude is the one that killed him. That way, when you kill him, you have retribution for Benny being murdered. And you're not killing another made guy, so you don't have to worry about any pushback from the other family. Because now Ernie didn't kill his cousin. His family's going to be pissed at him if that ever comes out.
Oh,
and
God, yeah.
Bonanno's people are going to be pissed at him. And they're going to come for him.
Pissed. Yep.
It is going to come out because you know why? He went back and told his mother everything.
Oh.
So his mother knows that they was hanging out.
Oh,
right.
Lord, have mercy.
This is gonna come back and bite him right in the ass.
And other people saw him because they went up to the Gechee together. They're gonna be people that had seen him together. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you were hanging with your cousin, then you're hanging with him the other night. He's going to meet with you again, then he never shows up anywhere else again." They're gonna know what's up with it. That's why I was saying they should have found somebody else.
God,
they should have found somebody else.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men, let me tell you something right now. Ain't no panty draws worth death. You understand me?
It was worth it for Ernie.
No, it's not. He ain't even got it. He ain't even got it.
He was going with the potential and the idea of it.
And the potential definitely ain't worth it. Potential is nothing until it's kinetics. And right now it's all potential. And he's going to potentially die for something that he ain't going to get.
I'll tell you, I think the second half, not that the other people's stories aren't going to be interesting, but I think through the second half of the season, I think Chin's story is going to be really, really interesting because Chin is going to be fighting a war on two fronts because he's going to have to deal with the other families over that killing of Ernie's cousin, and he's going to have to deal with the fact that he's now going to war with with Bumpy.
Right.
And the other family's gonna want retribution because they're gonna be like, we can't allow this black dude in Harlem to go up there just killing members of the family and think he's gonna get away with this. So all those families are gonna come after him.
He's also gonna have to deal with the consequences of doing business with a black guy. Because remember, they was told not to do business with him.
Mm-hmm. Here's a question that we're gonna throw at you.
That's why my question was, do you think he's gonna go back and try to squash things with Bumpy?
Yeah, somebody's gonna team up with Bumpy. So here's Mrs. Brown's question: So will Banano's crew and Bumpy's crew team up to go against Chin? Larry?
I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. Because Banano let Bumpy know exactly what he thinks of him. When he came to him before, he wanted to get back into business with him. He said, I should have gotten the deal. I didn't take it, blah, blah, blah. And then he tried to squeeze him out and say, oh, I'll give you 5%. Bumpy knows what Banano's all about. He knows that there is no getting into business with Banano. Banano will just basically try and take over your stuff and kill you in the process. So no, Bumpy's not going to go and team up with Banano. And this may sound crazy, but I think there's a better chance of Bumpy continuing to continue to team up with Chin than there is for him to team up with Banano. Because Chin is still going to need allies. He still has a good business running with Bumpy, and his men were out of control. That was part of this whole problem with this whole episode, is that these dudes couldn't control their guys. Mm-hmm. If he was able to control Chance, this wouldn't have happened. If Chance would have left town like he was supposed to, wouldn't have happened. If Chin's dudes would have stood down and not did anything, just like, because Chin told him, settle down, just relax. They didn't. They went all ham and started letting off on people.
And then they snatched up this girl, and Chin ain't had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, they were just all freelancing.
Yup,
Yeah.
They snatched up Renee.
Yeah, man. So
I mean,
killed her.
I mean, there might be some, it might be that Chin is just like, I'm not doing anything. This is what happens when you don't listen to your boss. This is what happens when you don't listen to me. You end up dead. And so, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not compensating your family. We're not getting retribution. Nah, they're dead because they were dumb. And I think he might, because Chin is about those dollars. I think he might be more interested in staying in business with Bumpy than to going to war.
Yeah.
Because did you see a look on his face? He was like, Bumpy, what did you do? He looked like he looked like he was trying to figure out, how do we fix this? He didn't look like, I want to kill you. He looked like, how do we fix this?
Well, he shot one of them jokers in the cheek.
What's going on? What's up, Strictly Starlight, and what's up, Mo? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to my favorite and last storyline of the night. Boy, I love this one. But before we do that, we've got 85 people in the building. Can I get 85 likes? Can we get 85 people go subscribe to Moochie's channel and Larry's channel? And can we get 85 shares on this great content, and more importantly, a great storyline? The writing in this show is so beautiful. Please share our videos. Now I'll chop them up so that you don't got to watch the whole hour-long presentation. My favorite storyline of the night. Adam Clayton Powell meets up with LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, for those who happen to give a you-know-what.
That's the point.
And they're fighting for civil rights, ladies and gentlemen. But Lyndon Baines Johnson has one racist-ass senator who wants to do a damn filibuster. Stand up there and talk his ass and change the rules of the Senate. And he needs Clayton Powell to play a little dirty. He comes in there and asks Clayton Powell, look, you will have all the powers I can give you as a president if you're willing to go a little dirty. And we all know Clayton Powell is about going dirty. So he comes up with a plan. He calls his buddy, the senator, in and says, yada, 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 can you chill out? The senator basically tells him, look, man, me and you are friends, but the people I represent, they don't care about this congregating of niggers and civil rights. We don't want none of that. So Clayton Powell comes up with a plan that involves the Gechee. Oh, Lord. Now, that's when things got serious. Oh, Lord. So he calls on Mamie and tells Mamie, look, I need you to do me a solid. I got this homeboy senator, you know what I'm saying? He likes a certain type of woman. I'm going to take pictures of him getting dipped into chocolate because he likes chocolate. And from what I understand, he likes your type of chocolate. And so
Oh, goodness gracious.
Can I go off on a tangent real quick before we do?
Please do.
I got carried away with the.
Can I go off on a tangent? It's always amazing to me how white people try to deny slavery, and then when they go back and record the history of slavery, we was thought to be 3/4 of a human being. If that is really and truly the case, why in the hell was white men kept sticking their dicks in black women? Bestialities and shit. Was they real humans when you stuck your penis in them?
Resist the chocolate.
Look. Either we ain't human or we are. Either way, you kept sticking. You couldn't get enough of that chocolate. But now I digress. So,
super chat.
Ho! I'd like to miss it. Oh man, we done got a super chat from the EU. I'm blowing up.
You know,
Starlight. I appreciate that, man. I'm very grateful. You just made my night. You for real.
You know,
you just made my night. Anytime we get love from somewhere that's not America, I'm overjoyed and I'm grateful. And we take those monies and we try to inspire people like you, my subscribers, to do YouTube, to come on my channel, to help us review stories. We do all that, and that helps me do it. And so Mamie does her job. And look who shows up at the damn Gechee. And I just got to admit, Larry, Mamie looking good right there, bro.
She was creeped out. Man. She was like, if you don't get this sticky, icky dude away from me.
So he says, you know, I'm here to relax, blah, blah, blah. And he tells Mamie that he had him some chocolate he used to like. And the chocolate was his mama. And guess who reminds him of his damn mama?
His mammy.
His mammy. Lord have mercy. Boy.
This reminded me of the Jeffersons.
Oh, my Lord.
That's just some sick twistiness right there.
Hey, man, they was
the Jeffersons episode.
Hey, Larry, they were sick and twisted back then. So, Moochie, I'm going to come to you first.
You said back then.
Well, even to this day.
Of the Jeffersons episode when George's mother... Archie called her mammy, and she was pissed off.
Yep. And so, Mooch, I'm gonna give this story to you first. This guy comes in there, and Mamie's like, "Nah, you can't have none of me." But she winds up sending him upstairs in the club Gechee, and he goes upstairs, and not only did he get him one chocolate female.
Please tell me you got the picture.
I don't have the picture. I couldn't get my hands on the picture.
Look, I gotta get on it now since I'm.
Yeah.
Show that picture on YouTube.
Yeah,
he can't show that picture on YouTube. Trying to get your channel blocked.
Homeboy was in bed with every woman they had in the damn Gechee.
He did. He said, "I'll take them all."
He took all 10 of them women. They was all shades of dark, and he was in bed. He was leveling it up
like the Cheshire Cat. Like,
oh my God, he was smiling so big, get your damn ears wet. You know what I'm talking about? That's like that. All up in them chocolate women, all the while.
Man.
He said Senator McCarthy reminds him of Bill Clinton. You know what? You ain't never lie. You ain't never lie.
And so all the while he's getting all that chocolate, they taking pictures from upstairs of this because Clayton Powell's whole premise at this point was he was going to use that to get this particular senator to end the filibuster. But you know what? Clayton Powell so well believes in himself. He took those pictures and tore them up. Moochie, I'm coming to you first. Expand on that storyline because it was good to me.
Like I said, this episode was all about dignity. And he's like, you know what? He showed him the pictures.
He showed them to him.
He showed him the pictures. But he said, you know what? I'm not even going to go that route. When he ripped it up, I was like, all right, you're going to do this the right way.
Mm-hmm.
and FYI, the fair was in Flushing, Queens.
Okay.
I just had to throw that out there.
I know you did. So,
Queens.
Yeah, oh Lord, here we go. Queensbridge in the building.
No,
Larry.
I'm from Rosedale, Queens.
Oh, excuse the hell out of me. Don't let me get it twisted. Rosedale, Queens. Larry, give me your synopsis on this storyline. I loved every minute of it. It was funny as hell, and I knew Clayton Powell was going to get what he wanted.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting story. I was actually happy to see I was actually happy to see Adam Clayton Powell tear up the photos and not go down that route.
Mhm.
But I was a little disappointed on one end because I was like, you went and put Mamie through all of that.
He did.
You made her
Look at
endure the creepy ooze of this slime ball
Loss
sitting
of
next to her.
dignity. Loss of dignity.
But maybe
You know,
was still classy with it.
She was still classy
Maybe
with it,
still
but
classy. I'm a married woman. She stressed it. She didn't say who she was married to because she could have threw that out there too.
right.
But
But
I'm a married woman. No, thank you very much, but I'm married.
But he put her through all that, and then he didn't use the photos, which was a little disappointing because it's kind of like you can't put somebody through all that, and then you don't even use when they come through for you, you don't even use what it is they came through for you on. So
I think her conscience messed with him.
It did absolutely because he's a reverend.
How did you feel when they did that to you? Remember when she did that to him?
I don't think it was that. I mean, that may have played a role, but I think it's more so because he's a man of God, and because he said so. He was like, I'm gonna get this done. We're just gonna do it the right way. I think Mamie got in his head and reminded him who he was, because she was saying, no, we get this done the right way. We don't need. It was sort of like that Michelle Obama moment when they go low, we go high. We don't need to get in the mud with them, We'll get it done, and we'll get it done right. And when we do, we can stand up tall with our back straight, knowing that we did it the right way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, all that sounds good, and we'll see where they go with it.
Well, they got it passed. Johnson signed the bill.
Yeah, he did. He did. But if only we could be privy to know the real life junk that happened behind closed doors. I would love to know that.
Yeah.
Yep. So now we want to engage the audience now. Moochie has questions. Moochie, what was that question you have for the audience so we can engage them about this story?
Okay, it was will they have a war between the Banana and the Gigante families because of what Ernie did? That was one of my questions. Mm-hmm. And then another question was, what will happen with the business between Bumpy and Chin? Is it over, or are they going to try to resolve this? And then my last question was, what can we expect in the mid-season finale?
When is the mid-season finale?
I know next week. I think next week is it, and I think they're gonna take a break.
Oh yeah. Lord Jesus!
I hope not.
Here we go with this stuff.
Because the way they said mid-season, it sounds like they take a break. So
yeah.
If you didn't get on the train and watch this now, if they do the mid-season finale, they always do a marathon of the show when it come back on to if it does take a break. So y'all need to get on the train and watch this.
It's definitely worth it. And while they're gone, we will be reviewing The Chi season 4 that comes on Sunday as well. But I think the mid-season finale is probably going to be some pressure put on Bumpy and Chin from outside forces. Something is going to, right now they're fractured, but I feel like there's going to be some forces that are going to force these two to have to team up and put their backs up against each other one more time. That's my 2 cents on it. Because this has been sweet music while these two is working together. It's been beautiful music. And I said to y'all last week, it seems like this relationship is going too well. Something's going to happen, and we're starting to see things happen.
Right.
In terms of
getting money, and they was building a friendship as well.
Yeah. I mean,
hanging out in the Gechee with them.
Right. I was going to say, homeboy couldn't keep his butt out. The Gechee had all his crew in the Gechee. They all had his people going up in the Gechee, getting Gechee panty draws and all kinds of mess.
Chocolate and everything.
I mean, just dipping in the chocolate.
Even the guy that got killed, his name was not Carmine. Carmine was the one that kidnapped Renee. But the one he killed was he didn't like him anyway.
He didn't.
No, he didn't.
I don't like him anyway. He's a degenerate.
Yeah, he wanted him dead anyway. But ladies and gentlemen, some of the best writing you're going to see on TV right now is in this show. And some of the best acting talent is in this show. My God, the guy that's playing Clayton Powell, outstanding. Forrest Whitaker, outstanding. Mamie, outstanding.
I know his last name is Esposito. I don't remember.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Bumpy's daughter, outstanding. Malcolm X, outstanding. I mean, just no matter which way you look, everything's good on this show. And if they keep it going, man, we'll be the #1 YouTube show doing this whole thing right here. And so as we try to get out of here, like I said, I'll be doing a 30-minute show tomorrow with Moochie just to cover Run the World. So if you guys have a few minutes tomorrow at 9 o'clock, tune in. Moochie's going to try to convince me why I should finish watching Run the World, the new show on Star.
Larry don't like it, but if you watch...
I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if it's good or not.
If you watch Sex and the City, if you liked Single back in the 90s, if you like that show with Queen Latifah and Kim Fields, and you're gonna like this show. It's a half hour. It's a quick show. I liked it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll check it out.
I'll say I watched the first one. It was okay. I'll say that, brothers. I'm gonna hold y'all down. I ain't gonna lie about it now. It was okay. I'm gonna give it a try. I thought it reminded me more of a Girlfriends type of show with Sex in the City mixed in it, but that was just one episode. And there are some things in the part that I'm going to do in a very subtle manner because I want you guys to go and subscribe to Moochie's channel and watch her full review. So basically what we'll be doing tomorrow is a pick apart. We'll take you guys' comments in the comment section and we'll throw them on the air. And ladies and gentlemen,
I'll watch it, but I will
tonight too.
I'll watch it, but I'll say this: if it's one of these shows where you have black women just shitting on black men, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna turn it off.
It wasn't one of those shows. Like, I can't even say it was that because right now you just filling out all the characters.
Yeah, right.
And
right. You can't say that.
You can't say that right now. It's just the first episode. You filling out all the characters, and I'm trying to give it a chance because because it's a black show.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna watch it and see.
And they had my throwback sister in there, Erica Alexander from Living Single. Y'all knows I rocks with the crew.
And also, if she's on the Wu-Tang show that's on Hulu, she's on that also. I don't know if y'all seen the first season of that, but if you got Hulu, you need to check that out too because they getting ready to come out with season 2 of Wu-Tang Saga.
Okay. Yeah, we got to check that out. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for us. Me and the Mooch will be back tomorrow for 30 minutes. Mooch is going to convince me to keep going beyond episode 1. Now, it was a lot of sex in this first episode, and I'm going to break down every bit of the action. They had one girl in particular that kept showing her. This girl's nipple was bigger than her breast, and they kept showing that girl the whole time.
I didn't even see all of that, though.
Yeah, you
I didn't even see all of that. I mean,
you
see stuff I ain't even pay attention to.
Oh well, okay.
What else you guys watching?
Look, I paid attention to the guys, though.
I bet you did. I bet you did. Miss LL Cool J.
And his love muscle was showing.
Oh, well, what about the Chinese dude who had whiskey dick? I mean, he all on top of the girl, just and nothing was happening.
His mattress was on the floor.
Hey man, hey! Don't you talk about brothers?
Come back tomorrow,
Mooch. Yeah. We'll save all that great action for tomorrow. But Larry wants to know what else is everyone watching. I know Moochie was doing reviews for City on the Hill.
Oh yeah, that's good.
The finale just happened.
Yeah,
and it was good. If you watch the first season and the second season, to me, like if you want to play catch up, I know they coming out with a third season of this. Okay. And if you like The Town, if you like Law and Order, and if you like The Departed, this show is for you. That's my thing. It gave like a legal aspect to it. It gave the grimy street part to it.
It's
and
really
not
good.
only Ben Affleck and Matt Damon produced this show.
Mm-hmm.
And it had Kevin Bacon and also
Aldous Hodge.
And they had a good cast. And I really liked the show. I wish I had more people where I could talk. I want to talk about this show so bad because that's how much I liked it.
It's a good show. It's
Yeah, it
definitely
really
a good
is.
show. Definitely a good show. Morpheus Simmons, we cover Power, we cover Snowfall, we cover all those on this channel. And we're gonna be it's getting ready to be that time of the year. Shy's coming. Then we got Black Mafia Family that's gonna be getting tuned up. We've got Loki on that's getting ready to come on next month. Then we've got the show me and Larry was doing that nobody was checking on, but it was good. Hightown on Stars. That's coming back.
That's one of the best shows out.
That was good.
That was real good.
Yeah.
Hightown was
I
good.
sent you
Yeah, you did. Moochie is actually the one who taught me into reviewing it. And my wife
I was like,
stuck
you
with it
gotta
too.
do this show, Lamar.
Yeah, it was
You
good.
gotta do this
Raising Kanan is coming on.
Kanan, yes.
P
When's
Valley.
P Valley coming back?
That's
comes-
coming. We
that
gonna
comes-
do
crooked
this
letter,
show.
crooked
And-
letter,
and-
crooked
and-
letter.
I will be here with my book.
Yeah, man.
Lamont will have me. I will be here with Larry with my book. Lamont and Larry, I'll be here with y'all.
Yeah,
I'll tell you the show that I wish we could have reviewed, but it's gone now.
What?
It's Shameless.
Oh,
I wish we could have reviewed that show. That show was so good.
That
it was a
good.
great show. It was a great.
Yeah.
There's another show I wish we could have reviewed that was good. Sometimes it's tough to do it with comedies, but I would have tried anyway. That damn Larry David, man. That guy,
It still comes on though. It's another season coming.
I know, but they let him get away with whatever my man will take off 5 seasons and then come back with a new season. They just let him get away because he's funny like that.
It is funny. It is funny.
I'll tell you what
you like that show.
Oh, I love it.
I'll tell you what we should review. We should review Black Monday.
That's pretty good.
No, you say it, I'll watch it. I'll go watch it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's definitely pretty good.
And
I just got to go back and catch up.
It didn't even start yet.
Right.
No, the new season hasn't started yet. So if you want to catch up, you still have time to catch up.
I'm gonna have to catch up on that one. Black Monday is great. So, ladies and gentlemen, when you want to find a YouTube channel that puts the TV shows first, then the movies second, look no further than right here. This is where we do it. We've been holding y'all down for years, putting the TV shows before the movies, but we will be doing movies, especially when it comes to Marvel. Y'all know I'm a Marvel guy, so stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow. Be sure to subscribe to Larry and Moochella's channel. And until that next Sex is Hell video, we'll see you. And Ralph Ortiz, we told you Invincible was good, but y'all ain't want to watch our reviews. So we wasted our time. Peace.
That's a good one.
Yep. We'll see y'all.
Later.